Yo, 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 what's up everyone? Welcome back. It's me, Itsu Komodo. We're going to get right into it today. The Ultimate Cup Z. Kirby's Last Stand. Not going to dilly-dally, not going to waste any time. We have the Morpho Knight sword. It's plus star. It's maxed out basically. We have double health. We're going to get snagged here by Gorimondo. Phantom Gorimondo. That's cool. Double health. We have an extra double health. And we're starting out with a speed, which we got from deep sleep ability, which came from the comments from one of the previous videos. Somebody helped me out with that. So thank you, commenter. Phantom Gorimondo, not really all that tough. You can probably get him without getting hit at all, but it is a little tricky not to get caught at the very beginning if you're trying to get that first triple hit in. This guy can be a little tricky here at the beginning too, but you just gotta dodge when he throws that stuff or if he's gonna grab you. Let's get on down to the get down. Big swords out. I love it. A little bit of dodge, a little bit of dodge, a little bit of dancing, you know. Gotta do the dance. Technically, I guess this is, like I say, I tried this one time, this whole cup. Tried this one time and got to the very last part. Very last boss, I guess you could say. The second half of the last boss. And was defeated. And I paid, evidently you can pay to get back in and you can start like right where you left off kind of thing, but you don't have any extra, you can't use any extra power-ups or anything because you're stuck inside the Colosseum. So I may have lost like 2 more times like that and then gave it up for that day and came back in this day, the day of this video, and this is my second complete playthrough on that day. So I think the total, like, this is the third complete playthrough for me. Earlier I was actually making this video earlier and I paid to get back in because I thought that I could beat the last boss on that just if I just did it, paid one time. And when I went back to the Colosseum, I mashed the plus button and I decided to exit the Colosseum thinking, oh, I can just exit the Colosseum and I can just come back in. I was just going to go get some power-ups from the item shop in Deep Sleep. But it closed the Colosseum off and I couldn't get back in. So I had to do a complete another playthrough, which is this one. And I'm doing a voiceover on this one versus a kind of a let's play of it or whatever, because I didn't really record a whole lot of vocals earlier. I was just playing through to get to the boss, and I actually ended up beating it. So now this is the result. So it's kind of fun doing these anyways, just voiceover. I get to watch the video myself and talk about it a little bit. So that's what we're doing now. Clawroline, Phantom Clawroline can be pretty tough, to be honest. She's one of the ones that gave me a little bit of trouble on these playthroughs. As you can see, jabbing me with those little swords. You can either kind of dodge under those with the, I don't even know what it's technically called. I guess it's called a dodge. So you do like a ZR, and then a directional button. And that works pretty good. I had to start using that a little more on these playthroughs. I wasn't using that at all, really. I was actually using ZR and attack, which does more of a, I would think that looks more like a dodge, but evidently that's some kind of attack move. But the dodge with the Morpho Knight is actually this, what you can see me doing right here, where I kind of go under the ground like that. And that keeps you from getting hit. The other move that you guys have seen me do most of the time in my playthrough doesn't necessarily keep you from getting hit. unless you're kind of moving out of the way of getting hit, if that makes any sense. Like if they can still reach out and touch you if you don't maneuver just right. But the one that goes under the ground, it really doesn't matter what they're doing. They don't seem to be able to get you. So it's really cool. You could charge this thing up and get the whacking on him. Wild Frosty is not too bad. Neither is Wild Edge. And Wild Bonkers and I call her Fleurina. I don't really still know how to say it. But they're obviously not too bad. I think they double those guys up because I guess they don't have phantom counterparts. But it's still sort of like a break, I feel like. It was pretty cool to get those back to back, I think. These things aren't in the same order every time, to my knowledge. I don't really remember, but one thing I like, and I don't think I used enough, is the ability, the throwing ability. Whatever this is that comes off the end of the Morpho Knight sword, the kind of projectile. It actually could be helpful in certain situations, so I encourage you all not to forget about that. A lot of these playthroughs with these certain bosses, I tried to kind of keep the big sword out, even at the expense right there of getting hit. So, but this guy is not too bad either. Try to stay away from these whacks here. Whack, whack. You got to whack down and he swipes over. So it's usually a dodge and a jump. Usually does it, but during this playthrough I honestly wasn't all that confident, and I was a little bit careless honestly with these earlier bosses, because I was just actually trying to get back to where I was earlier to continue the last video. But like I said, this happened to be like a one-shot deal, so I just kept this video because it was a little more clean, start to finish. You guys get to see my successful run. And I thought that was more valuable than clipping together different videos and things of that nature. So, Phantom Meta Knight. Wow. Like I say, here I am using that dodge. You look at the shadows on the ground for this. If you're clear, you're good. Yep. Boom, boom. He's going to do it 3 times. Not a big deal, and doesn't give you a whole lot of time to charge. This one and Morpho Knight guy or whatever, they don't really give you a whole lot of time to charge. And if you get caught by this move right here, it is terrible. Getting caught by that move is pretty bad, and so is the last boss. The ball, if you get sucked into the ball at the very end, it seems like it just zaps everything from you too. So keep your distance as much as you can, I guess, if you're using close combat weapon like a sword. And do your best to actually hit the enemy. That would be helpful. He'd already be transformed if I was actually hit him. Struck out, I think that was 3 misses. And you can see the light spots. I want to call it a shadow, but it's more like a light spot. Get out of the way of those bad boys falling down on your head. He does a whole lot here, but it's kind of a whole lot of nothing. But the tricky thing is those lava pools and these running lava worm looking things, and then the circles he'll do as well. So it's you gotta do a lot of evading. And one thing I like about the Morpho Knight sword is that the second power up is actually pretty decent. So if you don't have time for the full 3 level 3 power up, the second level is pretty good at spinning attack. I just surprisingly didn't have as bad of a time with Leon this time for some reason, and I think it was because I was really starting to get into the dodges. can see that kind of roll there. I did a dodge without the Morpho Knight, and that's kind of what Kirby does, is that little roll flip thing on top of the ground, which is pretty cool. Again, it's like he's invincible when he's in that move, so I find it to be helpful. I'm glad I finally kind of learned about it. Oh man, got him with a star, didn't I? Look at there. Having a little bit of time. A little bit of a time here. 7 minutes in. That move there is kind of tough too. I can't lie. I don't know why. Kind of gets me. Ooh. Ah, that timing. But you still get that big sword, which it does a pretty good amount of damage, even if you miss. I'm going in here for my last health power up. So this means I got to run the rest of the way. I still got, two boss left. 2 bosses. I had to do it though, I guess. There's the little move. I find it to be a little faster than, at least in my perception. I think of it as being faster to move along that way. So that's kind of helpful. All right, Morpho Knight. A little bit of a pestilence, but not the worst thing in the world. I find it best just to keep moving with this guy, to be honest. It's like he gets confused if you move around a lot. It's not all that easy to hit him either, but if you're always doing that move, that dodge, then you can kind of miss these attacks right here, which are pretty substantial attacks. So here it is. Last but not least. Missed, man, miss. This right here, you can time that so it doesn't jab you. And here she gonna come about 3 times, I think, in this form. 3 passes and get stuck for a second. You can get a charge up twice right there. You know, trying to charge up on this boss though, I don't know how helpful it is, to be honest. There's a couple of places you can kind of do it, but really just kind of evading her moves and then just kind of spamming the attack button seems to work okay. Generally. I tell you what, these circles are kind of tough though. But you go to use the underground evading tactic, and when you pop back out, a lot of times you'll still get hit by it. So I think floating during that is a little bit of a better choice, to be honest. The hover, jump, tap B kind of thing, depending on how your controller's set up. I think there's 2 controller modes. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Dodge again. Crouch. Something. Come in for a few whacks there. My advice is, if you're actually having trouble, just take your time. Like, you know, once I got over the time aspect of this whole tournament thing, it made it a lot easier for me, because I guess I was kind of hung up on that. Oh, it's just taking forever or whatever. I mean, like, beat it and then worry about getting faster at it is what my advice would be. Made it a little easier for me to deal with anyways. Dodge, dodge, dodge. It's gonna be, what, 2 big swipes or 1 big swipe, I guess. I don't know. I guess you can do 1 or 2. I don't know. Now find the one that's where the center, it looks like the center of the big circle. You want to find that one. That's to see how the circle's closing in around right there. And that's how you can tell which one's the real one. She comes with this thing again. See, I'm going to do a little more floating this time, I think. See here, it's just a lot easier. This right here gave me a fit the first couple of times too, but once you learn that dodge move, just go from one side of the screen to the other and dodge, and then just kind of wait it out, because there's going to be more of those things coming. See, she's going in and out of those things. They're going to be crisscrossing all over the screen, so just be ready for it. Get you a few hits in if you can. There we go. We broke it down, and just gonna get this big hump on the back, and then here we are. Get a mouthful and shaker, shaker, shaker. Yowza. This thing, I don't know. It's still tough. I still consider this to be tough, even though I have now accomplished the mission. I still feel like it's a tough thing. I don't know. Maybe if I could play it more by itself without having to do the whole tournament, I probably would. Don't get sucked up. This is the worst thing. That's the worst. I'm glad I'm able to let you guys see this, because actually I think there will be one other time that it attempts that, where I actually am able to not get sucked up. So that to me, that's the worst attack right there. If you can time that right, you can actually jump in there and get a couple of hits in like that. But I have a little bit of trouble, as you can see. There you go. There's a successful one. I don't know exactly the timing on that. It goes into angry hyper mode on me. This thing's more spooky than anything else. You just want to watch the shadows. Stay out of the shadows. When it starts piling up, you climb up really high, because this thing's going to come and swipe through like that, so you can hover from the highest pillar. Then dodge again, stay out of the shadows, piling up, climb up to the top. I'm a little premature on my hovering, but it still works out okay. You can get a couple of big triple charges in. It will be helpful. When she starts doing this, you're just gonna run. Just run. You'll miss. She'll miss. He'll miss. Whatever it is. It will miss. I think I missed on that. We got some rings coming up. Now you can jump those rings. You can go under those rings. I found it would be a little easier to go under the rings, and then you can actually get some hits in. That last one, it's kind of hard to actually dodge going through it. So this thing, if you had more time with it, maybe you could time it a little better, but I found it kind of challenging to get in there and get hits during this period. So you stay on the outside and charge up and shoot those whirlwinds across. Probably it's a little bit of an easier bet, in my opinion. And I don't know why I'm kind of rushing in, because I could be kind of doing the same thing here, but it worked out. I mean, I felt like my health was at a place where like I could do it. But if you're worried about that, stay back and use. See, here you go. Here's what I'm talking about. Just run away. But stay back and use something, a projectile, either the stars or, throw the projectiles with the sword. So that's it. That's really it. It's not all that bad. Could be worse. Was frustrating though. I guess first couple of times, just because you have to play all the way back through. But I can appreciate that. I mean, on this end, having completed it now. So let's see what happens. Some kind of little orb deal. I'm not really sure what that is. They seem to appreciate it. There we go. Clear skies. Clear skies, man. That's awesome. All right, what's next? Give me something. There's got to be something for that torture. Felt like a gladiator, man. Spartacus or something. Wow. Put me through the gauntlet over there. Victory, the Ultimate Cup Z. 16 minutes and 7 seconds. There's people doing it a lot faster than that. I know with like the toy hammer, I've seen people with some of the hammer abilities go through it pretty fast. But here's Commentator Waddle Dee. Congratulations on a stunning victory, Kirby. You got 25,000. Or no, excuse me, 2,500. And 3 rare stones. And you also got a special figure. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Chaos Elfie. Yes. Species born of chaos. That's a new one, of course, of course. Wonderful. I'm glad we get us closer to around 130. We still got a lot more of those things to get. Wow. That's for sure. Kirby, you're amazing. Do you realize that you've conquered all of the Colosseum tournaments? Well, yes, I do. To honor this, we're going to give you a gift. Another figure. Wow. Okay. Wonderful. Been waiting for these all my life. Oh, look, it's Commentator Waddle Dee. Another figure with a crown. Yes, mission complete, guys. Wow. Anything else? Give me the goods, bro. Yep, no more cutscenes. Fishing we got to do. I see it back there. A new photo has been added. Okay. Oh, man. Clear different modes. Huh, what does that mean? Clear different modes. Like, I hope I don't have to go back and do like the breeze mode thing. Try to reach 100%. We do want to reach 100%. We'll check that out before we leave today. Trader Waddle Dee has arrived. You can trade him a rare stone and he'll give you some figure that you're missing. Got 256. Yep, we have to get. So he may come in handy, but rare stones are tough. I mean, I have to go back through and do more of the Colosseum or something. Let's check this out. How many actual pictures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're missing 4? Ew, that's not cool. Wonder what they could be. I hope they're all out here in Waddle Dee Town. If not, we're in trouble. But we're at 93%, 300 Waddle Dee. Okay, not bad. Not bad, guys. So like I said, it took me about 3 tries, depending on, you want to count on my mess ups, but I appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you all next time. Peace.